Alright. What do you guys think? Do you think I've done enough to get the people's attention for Jesus yet? Or do I have to push it even harder? Maybe I should push things even harder. You know what I mean? I haven't seen the Air Force in the air dropping bombs on me yet. Maybe I need to push it harder to get people's attention for Jesus. You know, I got the FBI following me, the police in my face, the whole government against me. But I have not seen tanks in the streets. I haven't seen planes in the air dropping bombs on this city. Like they dropped bombs on Iran. So I don't think I've gotten people's attention quite yet for Jesus. Not quite yet on the level we're looking for. But I was thinking, I got people's attention a little bit. A little bit. Like no one was paying attention to what I was saying until I showed weaponry on my videos. Until I showed actual weaponry that they recognized. Oh, that's a real weapon. Ah! Then people started paying attention. But before that, no one cared what I was saying. Quoting scriptures and stuff. No one cared until I showed a gun. Then people cared. Maybe I gotta raise the bar even higher. Even higher. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think. How can I raise the bar even higher to get people's attention? Like, try to help get people to heaven. You know what I mean? To escape hellfire. What do I have to do to get people's attention? You know what I mean? I'm thinking, But, got any ideas, Gambit? I think I did everything. I did everything, You know what I mean? I got part of a big jury trial, What else do I gotta do? I was thinking about this. I was willing to take the trial for as far as they wanted to take it. They knew it too. They knew I was willing to take the trial because they like delay and drag it like a long O.J. Simpson trial for like not putting my blinker on and walking away from a cop. They're just dragging on this trial forever and ever. I'm like, for as long as you want to take this trial, even if the trial takes 50 years, this jury trial takes 50 years to complete. I was willing to go the distance. And I think that's one reason they dismissed it. They're like, he's willing to go the distance. I'm like, I am willing to go the distance. To whatever end. To whatever end. Till the jury does a verdict. Whatever they decide. I was willing to go the whole way. Have the jury watch the footage of cops bullying me for like 10 minutes until I walk away from a cop, and then me tell the cops, you're going to shoot me like Victor, show the jury that part, that was epic. But I thought they were one step forward towards the cops, they would have shot me. That's how hostile they were. Like one step forward towards the cops, like a forward movement. They're like, oh, he's going to attack us, shoot him. So I didn't do that. I walked away. Walking away saved my life. It did. So don't underestimate the power of walking away. Even though you're walking away from an officer when you're not supposed to. Don't underestimate the power of walking away. Walking away saved my life. Even from police. It did. I'd be in heaven with Victor right now if I didn't walk away from police. I'm not kidding. They were hostile. But anyways, that wasn't enough to get people's attention, apparently. I'm not seeing it out here. I'm not seeing the airplanes in the sky, even though most of them are camouflage. I'm not seeing it, you know what I mean? I'm not seeing the bombs dropping on me, like physical bombs like they dropped on Iran. I'm not seeing that here. I'm not doing good enough. I don't think so. So, I gotta step it up a notch. I'm thinking. And plus the gas prices are still high. I need to really step it up. I need to really step up my game of warfare. I'm like, I did all this against the government, a full-blown war. The gas prices are still high. what are the oil companies in in Fantasyland right now? There's a revolutionary war going on right now. Hello, the gas prices should be like $1. You know what I mean? It's full warfare. It is. Cops intimidating me. I'm intimidating them every night. It's full war. It is. So, anyways, it's a secret war. It's stealth. It's a stealth war. It is. It's a very stealth war. I don't tell people what I'm going to do. I don't. Sometimes I do give location, like I'll be at the protest. Sometimes I do give my location, but most of the times I don't tell people what I'm doing. No camera seeing me what I'm doing, and that drives them nuts. They're like, "We don't know where he is. What's he doing?" No one does except God. You know what I mean? Only God can see what I'm doing in the warfare against the people. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, but it's whatever I'm doing. It's not enough. It's not enough. Not enough attention to get enough attention, for Jesus. You know what I mean? I pulled out all the stops I could think of. I pulled out all the stops. I did. I thought about it. Every method of trickery I could muster, think of. Every method I could think of, I used. You know what I mean? To trick the people, to trick the FBI, to trick everybody. I used the gamut. I did, and it worked. I used the gamut. I did. No joke. I did. I was doing stuff I've never even, I even had myself tricked. I'm like, my trickery was so good, I had myself tricked. That's how good my trickery was. I'm like, making myself think that, oh yeah, I'm this dangerous, maniac, I was like tricking myself because I wanted to sell it. You know what I mean? I wanted to really sell it even to myself, to the point only God knew I wasn't fooled by my trickery. And even then, I thought God was being tricked by me. I'm like, God's off on vacation. You know what I mean? So, apparently, maybe he wasn't tricked. Tricking my phone, and that's all in this video.